Today's adventure takes us to Upper Lake Clementine. This is my favorite place near Sacramento to paddle or play in the water. It's rarely busy, it's family friendly, the water is great for snorkeling, and temperatures tend to be perfect. To get to Lake Clementine, you're going to take I-80 to the Forest Hill Auburn Ravine turnoff. You're then going to take a right on Forest Hill Road. You'll pass the Auburn State Recreation sign, and you know you're going the right way when you pass over the tallest bridge in California, the Forest Hill Bridge. Very famous for movies and commercials. If you guys want to know more about this bridge, check out my channel. I did a video going more in detail about this bridge. And then you take a left right into Upper Lake Clementine. It baffles me that this place isn't more busy because of its sheer beauty, but I think I have an idea why. The lower Lake Clementine road, which is for boats only, is paved. However, this road is not paved. This is actually one of the reasons why I think this place may not be busy all the time, is because this road can be a little bumpy. Lots of hiking trails and mountain biking trails in the area too, as you can see, people taking advantage of it. There's a ton of awesome trails in and around the Auburn State Recreation area, like this one, Lake Clementine, where you get to hike under the 730-foot tall Forest Hill Bridge to an amazing man-made waterfall. There's challenging trails like Training Hill here, which is very steep to get to the top. There's easy mellow trails like the Confluence Trail that follows the American River, and you get views all the way along it. And right across from the Confluence Trail is the Quarry Trail, which is an awesome hike, but I had some weird paranormal stuff happen to me when I did that hike last. And Robbie Point Loop Trail, just to name a few in the area. If you guys want to check out those trails and more, go over to the channel, check it out. Now, back to me. You're up at pretty high elevation, so there's times where it looks like there's just a sheer drop off. Let's go check it out. Okay, here we go. According to the map I got, it's 1.3 miles, roughly from the ranger station down to the lake where we're heading. It's also $10 to park, or if you have a state parks pass, that works too. I do have a gimbal on this camera, so the bumpiness may not come out, but you can kind of see the road there. I don't have a rack on this car yet, so I had to stuff Brittany's paddleboard in here. There was one time before I had a rack on my old car, we just got this cheapo rack that was attached to just straps, and we had the kayaks, and we're going down here and we hit a bump, and both kayaks and the rack just went flying off the car, landed in the road. It dented one of the kayaks. The rack was completely broken, so I had to strap it onto the car, and we drove like 1 mile per hour down here. We still had our trip, but the rack was broken and we learned a lesson. Don't go cheap on racks. Also, your car's gonna get filthy doing this. When you're done with this trail, your car is gonna be caked in dirt. Here's some spots that people may not like. So as you can see, it's a pretty big drop off right there, but in the distance, that's where we're headed, the lake. Lake Clementine is a reservoir, and it's in the North Fork of the American River. There's also big jagged rocks that you gotta watch out for. It's never happened to me. I've been down here lots of times, but I've always wondered, like, man, what if you get back to your car when you're done and you got like all your tires are flat or something? That's why when I come down here, I bring extra water. Sounds silly, but I bring stuff to start a fire. I make sure I got plenty of gas in my car just in case I got to spend the night. Worst comes to worst, you'd have to hike back up this hill to the ranger station to get help, but it's 1.3 miles of just uphill. There's no dogs allowed here, no alcohol, no glass or anything like that. Somewhere around here too, they have life vests that if you forgot yours. Oh, that's the other thing, the ranger was telling me they're cracking down on life vests. So luckily I have one with me. He says you don't necessarily have to be wearing it, but it has to be on your vessel, minimum on your vessel. So I'll just strap it to my paddleboard.
You have arrived.
Yeah, there's the life vest over there. Let's see if we can get a shot. There's the life vest. Big parking area. I've never seen this parking area full. There are bathrooms here. There's a decent amount of porta potties kind of in each section, and they're always really nice, really well taken care of. I think a lot of it has to do with this place just never really gets that busy. I was like parking kind of a little bit more on this side because you're a little closer to the water. here. Oh no. I think I lost part of the fin. There's supposed to be a little metal thing in there that screws into, and it's gone. Okay, so I'm gonna try something. This might be stupid, but I mean, it could work. You picture the water's pushing this back. It might stay on. If it doesn't stay on, then this is gonna be really interesting. All right, I'm gonna switch over to the GoPro because this DJI Pocket 2 is not waterproof. And just like the screw in the surfboard, I forgot the attachment for my GoPro handle. So I'm literally just gonna have to hold on to my GoPro. Hopefully I don't drop it. Man. Definitely bring sandals, water shoes, something like that. It is rocky to walk down, and then once you get down there too, it's a little rocky in the water, so protect your feet. This place came to be in 1939 when the Lake Clementine Dam was built to prevent gold mining debris from washing downriver. The Lake Clementine Dam is approximately 3.5 or 4 miles away from this starting location, making this paddle round trip between 7 and 8 miles. The dam is 155 feet tall and definitely a sight to see. It's one of my favorite hikes in the Auburn State Recreation area. The water fluctuates very little in Lake Clementine due to the type of dam this is. Big runoff or big winter storms, of course, can change that. One of the many reasons I love paddling here is because if you notice, there's not a lot of beaches, there's not a lot of spots for people to hang out on the side of this lake. It gives you that feel that you're paddling in the middle of nowhere, that you're surrounded by these lush, steep canyon walls covered in various species of plant life and trees. If you're lucky, maybe you'll see a mountain lion or bear. Permission to come aboard. Put my shirt back on because yesterday I laid out in the sun a little bit in anticipation for this to kind of get a base tan, and I think it burned a little bit. Made it around the bend. There's the campground with a couple floating bathrooms. There it is. Near center screen and almost to the boat launch in the dam is Robber's Roost. Apparently that's where gangs used to either hide their loot or that's where they used to stick them up from stagecoaches back in the day. There's all the ducks sleeping. Got a little bit windier once I went around this bend. Alright, before I officially sign off, I'm going to show you guys a really cool place to stop off and eat after you worked up an appetite of paddling here at Lake Clementine. Show it to you right now before I do my official. Now go have an adventure of your own, sign off. Well, we're here, little Hugh Hauser there. We're here at Taylor's on the corner of Taylor Road and Horseshoe Bar in Loomis, California. Taylor's is situated in the historic town of Loomis and definitely gives you that old small town feel. Taylor's uses the freshest ingredients and is also home of over 300 milkshakes. We try a new one from time to time, but our personal favorite is chocolate raspberry. You can eat inside or outside of this 1950s style building, but we always opt to eat outside and enjoy the sights and sounds of Loomis. Because I'm so close to home and Brittany goes to work pretty soon, I'm just gonna grab some food to go and bring her home a meal. All right, just like that, got the food. 2 burgers, 2 fries, and a drink with 15% tip. It was about 28 bucks, so not bad. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it back to Past Paul, who's sitting in the water, to do the outro. With each video, I try to get more creative. I had a pretty cool idea for an outro, but it did not turn out right. So I'm gonna end it right here. With that being said, now go have an adventure of your own.